Hi again. So I wanted to come in again today and just do a little take on imagination, and somehow linked it to the book that we recently just read, Melanin, Gift of the Cosmos by Yade Asikewe. Very small book, straight to the point, and it really tells you some of the key factors to focus on when it comes to melanin. I also want to emphasize melanin comes in various tones, various hues, various hues. So whether you're black or white, you have some sort of melanin in you. We are made of melanin, and melanin is so vast and so epic. It's just one of those objectives that you can't just do one thing about and just let it be, because it's really the foundation of who we are, the foundation of everything. So I wanted to continue into that. So today we're gonna read a little bit about imagination, since last time we read about melanin and how some of the key functions and how important it is in our lives, in terms of advancing ourselves, in terms of growing ourselves, in terms of maintaining the quality of melanin that one has, specifically those who have high concentration of melanin, how to maintain it, how to take care of it. Like everything needs maintenance, everything needs nurturing. So those of melanated who have high concentration of melanin, I really would advise to, again, take advantage of the sun, recharge your melanin. Just like you eat food, your melanin also need food, and that solar power right there that's looking at you every day it's food basically. And it's nice to take care of that and feed our melanin. And so I hope you get a chance to look into that book, that particular book we just emphasize on. That way you see how imagination, when you understand the role of melanin in your life, you know how imagination is another key factor into how you address your melanin, how you use that melanin frequency to advance yourself, to evolve yourself in thought process, in spiritually, physically, emotionally. So all of that is important. So we're gonna do that linked into, so we're going from melanin to imagination, because that is, again, melanin is so vast, you can't just, it's connected to everything. So we're gonna do a little take into we're gonna incorporate it from melanin to imagination. So this book is The Power. It's by Rhonda Byrne. So we're gonna read a little bit about how important imagination is. So you've learned a little bit of how important melanin is. Now let's see imagination, because they're all connected. So I'm gonna read a little precept into imagination. And again, once you look into this, don't take my word for it. Take it, evolve it. Do some research and see how you incorporate yourself, how you can incorporate your quality of melanin into your quality of imagination. You can also work with advancing it, evolving it, expanding it, all of that. So here it is. So this one is imagination. This world is but a canvas to our imaginations. So, when you imagine anything positive that you want in love, you are harnessing the force of love. Melanin is also considered a force of love. It just happens to be melanin in that quality at that specific time. But it is another layer of love, another concept to love. Melanin, that is. When you imagine something positive, something good, and you feel love for it, that is what you are giving, and that is what you will receive. If you can imagine it and feel it, then you can receive it. But what you're imagining must come from love. What you imagining must come from your authentic self. You're considering who you are, considering your ground, considering your principles, so that you know the quality of imagination that you want to bring forth. Whatever you're imagining must not harm another person. Imagining something that brings harm to another person comes not from love, but from a lack of love. And with certainty, any negativity, even imagined, will turn back with an equal ferocity on the person who sent it. Whatever you give, you receive back. But I want to tell you something fantastic about the force of love and imagination. Again, even imagination is another quality of melanin, just in another form. All right. Pardon me here. The highest and best thing you think is possible is nothing compared to what the force of love can give to you. Love has no limits. If you want to be full of vitality and happiness with an incredible zest for life, the force of love can give you health and happiness at levels far beyond what you have seen. I am telling you this so that you can start to break the boundaries of your imagination and stop putting limits on your life. Push your imagination to the limits and imagine the best and highest that you possibly can of whatever it is that you want. The difference between someone who is struggling and someone who has a fabulous life comes down to one thing, that is love. Those who have a great life imagine what they love and want, and they feel the love of what they're imagining more than other people. People who are struggling are intentionally using their imagination for what they don't love and don't want, and are feeling the negativity of their imagining. It's such a simple thing, but it creates vast differences in people's lives. And you can see the difference everywhere you look. The secret of the mastermind is found wholly in the use of imagination. So we're going to end it there. It's found wholly in the use of imagination. So just like we emphasize on the melanin gift of the cosmos, it really expressed that too. It's how you nurture it. It's how you expend it. It's what the type of quality of thoughts you putting into your love imagination. It's how you see yourself. It's how you see your melanin level. It's how you want to expend that. It's like your melanin is the tapestry and you're writing on it. So you're using your imagination to write on your melanin. So let's say you are unintentionally just, well, I wake up today and I'm just in a bad mood, and you're doing this unconsciously or subconsciously, unaware, and so you're writing to your melanin like something that you don't want. And again, melanin will just put out what you put out. As it says, whatever you put out into the world will come back to you in that manner. And again, so when you using your tapestry, let's say your melanin is your tapestry, when you're just incorporating unintentionally things that you're unaware of, or you seem to not care. Sometimes people just say, oh, I don't care. Again, I don't care. Maybe it could be because, again, level of being unaware and not knowing themselves enough. Again, you saying you don't care is really having that effect on yourself, because your tapestry, your melanin is writing that down. That frequency, that vibration is weaving, you're weaving things that you want, not things that you want, but when you're saying these things like you don't care or you're mad and you have no control over yourself, you putting that into your tapestry, your melanin. So it just, when you wake up the next day, or you go to bed and you wake up the next day, you're feeling drowsy, you're feeling lethargic. That's all because, again, the day before you were just in such a bad mood. You were just getting the result of what you were putting into your melanin. So I really wanted to emphasize a little bit about that. So melanin, imagination, these are so important. Again, imagination is just another layer to melanin. Again, consider melanin the tapestry you're weaving, and imagination is what you're putting into that weave. So pay attention to your mind, to your awareness. Pay attention to how you're caring for that melanin, because again, that melanin, for some people who are not aware of themselves, that melanin could be seen as a baby, and you need to structure it, you need to nurture it, you need to bring awareness to it, and not just put it in the closet as if it's nothing. It's like you're giving a gift and you just decided, oh, I've gotten the gift, now I can put it away. You can't do that. With melanin, we can't do that, because melanin requires daily activity. It's melanin is movement. It's as that precept says, nothing rests, everything moves. That's pretty much melanin. So you have to put it to work so that you can get that result that you need. So expand on your imagination, learn about your melanin intake, what you need to do to nurture your melanin, what you need to do to charge it, what you need to do to feed it, so that it can respond to you how you want it, so that it can respond to your imagination and give you what you desire. Again, we shouldn't use melanin or imagination as an act of violence. It's not put there for that. It's put there for peace. It's put there for harmony. So let's come back to ourselves, learn about our melanin, so that our imagination is not running wild out there. Right now we see a lot of chaos, and it's all the result of how we're neglecting melanin, neglecting the role of imagination. So that's all is a result of that. All that pandemic that's going on, family fight, world fight, nature fight. It all has a lot to do with that melanin and imagination, and also love. And love, no one can run away from love, because at the end of the day we need love. So in order to get to love, we must learn about our melanin, we must fix our imagination, and come back to love. So we're gonna end it here. So we got melanin, imagination to get to love. All right, everybody, bless.